I see a movement down in the front row. Maybe it's just a mistake.
Mischief maker, Marc Almond, the pop star provocateur, an icon of the 80s who won't let one song define him.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away.
He lived hard and cheated death, surviving a motorbike crash and learning to sing all over again.
Do you think there's a chance that sort of some of these artists now, it's just a bit boring?
It bores me, to be quite honest. I mean, it's very easy for me to sit here and say, well, it was great back in the 70s, you know, that kind of stuff, and it was great back in the 80s. And I'm not like that at all, because I like to see what is happening. But I think in a way music goes through different phases. You know, I grew up with kind of glam rock and punk and kind of rock music, and when pop was a bit kind of mad, I think. In the early 80s, pop was very mad, you know, and part of it was, and so I think now music's going through a very conservative phase.
When you were afraid, I was there by your side. When you were alone, I was your place to hide.
It's quite an emotional song. You feel like you've been led a dance and betrayed, and I mean, I had a lot of relationships like that in the past.
And of course, you enjoyed huge success with Tainted Love. I imagine, like any artist, you've got a love-hate relationship with it as well.
I've learned to love it. I think you have to, really. You can't fight against it. Funnily enough, my most popular track that I do is Say Hello, Wave Goodbye. And even in all the kind of polls of fans, that's the song that they like the most. And certainly when I play it live, that's the song I always end with, because it's an emotional moment that we can all sing. And if everything else dies away, I can always, you know, I've always got those songs to rely on, and that's a gift, really, I think.
Standing in the door of the pink flamingo.
Yeah, Denmark Street is again due for demolition.
He fears the Soho he loves, as centre of London's musical heritage, is having its heart ripped out, with high streets across the country losing theirs too.
When I first lived here, and I lived in Brewer Street, and it was really opposite the Raymond Review Bar, and they still had the old Raymond Review Bar neon, which used to shine in my windows like a line from one of my songs, really. And that when the songs became my life, and my life was the songs. Soft Cell had the very first offices above Trident Studios, and I did much recording here. I recorded the whole of Torment and Terror, the Mark and Amanda's album here. And we recorded some Soft Cell stuff here. And over here was the Astoria. The Astoria, a great venue where I performed many times here. But again, we see an example of a whole part of chunk of Soho that's been eaten into. I mean, I can understand that, that's part of a station, but when you kind of lose something to make a boutique hotel or some luxury flat, then I kind of get a little bit upset about it. Great sounds from this.
You had the establishment then referring to you as morally perverted, and now we're in a situation with the establishment itself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think Soft Cell were always very much one of the things that we felt we were about. We were trying to present the other side of what was Britain at that time, which was obviously Margaret Thatcher's Britain at that time. And we were trying to present what we really thought Britain really was behind the closed door.
Previously, it's been a lot of, you know, hedonism, enjoyment of life, smudged eyeliner. Is it more about pipe and slippers these days for you?
For me? I hope it'll never be about pipe and slippers.
I wandered down the old arcade.
I feel now I'm at my kind of best, kind of doing the things that I do best. My vocally at my best, creatively at my best, but you never know how long that's going to last.
Means so much when you are young, and the rain starts to fall.